So you said something interesting. So content copy and the only, I guess, paid, I don't even know if this is a paid channel, affiliates.
Yes.
You do a lot of affiliates. Can you explain, like, when you say affiliates, what do you mean? Like, who's promoting this?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do work with affiliates, affiliate marketers. And so typically the profile of an affiliate that we work with is someone who's really into the garage gym space and who genuinely loves it on their own.
So they're already doing it.
They're already doing it. And then they review products and help people build awesome garage gyms. And we work with those affiliates. And of course, the affiliate market space is that we pay them a commission. And so I do enjoy working with affiliates. Part of the reason why I enjoy working with affiliates is because it's a bunch of like-minded people. Every affiliate that we do well with genuinely cares about this stuff. They care about fitness and health and working out. They care about, they may not think about it as GGR, Garage Gym Revolution, like I do, but they really care about people working out in their garage and getting healthy and improving lives through strength.
So are these like bloggers, YouTubers, TikTokers, like SEO review sites? Like where do you?
Mostly review sites at this point.
So people that are like best dumbbell 2020.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
And I do have a little bit of a quibble about it, because remember earlier I had mentioned the pain cave versus man cave dichotomy, and I'm a little bit down on the man cave dichotomy. I do find, or the man cave side, let's say, but as long as you use it, I'm like totally cool. So I find that there's an over intellectualizing of the barbell sometimes. Some people will be like, I want the absolute perfect barbell for me. And sometimes I want to say, bro, a good or okay barbell is going to be absolutely amazing for you if you just use it. Stop thinking about it. Just buy a barbell, whether it be for me or for someone else, and learn how to use it. And so I'm going to go off on a quick rant. So we're in the renaissance, or the second golden age of the barbell right now. The first golden age of the barbell was in the mid 70s. And so you had this explosion of bodybuilding that Arnold basically was the tip of the spear on. And so in that golden age of bodybuilding, you had a golden age of barbells. And so you saw a lot of development of barbell styles, of quality of things increasing. Quality increasing, availability increasing, popularity of it increasing. And then in the mid to late 70s came what are called the selectorized machines, which were invented by the Nautilus company. And basically a selectorized machine is one of those isolation machines where you pull a pin, put it somewhere else, and then where you're then doing bicep curls or something like that. But the machine only allows you to have a very strict range of motion. That killed the first golden age of the barbell. And the reason it did so is that you actually have to learn a little bit about physical culture and kinesiology and how to move your body, how to manipulate your body with a barbell. However, if you go to a gym that has all those selectorized machines that force the patterns of your body into only strict movement patterns, you don't have to learn how to manipulate a barbell. So the learning curve is very low. But even more important to why this killed the barbell, or the first golden age of the barbell, is it allowed gyms to hire fewer personal trainers. Because prior to this, they'd have to hire personal trainers who knew very well kinesiology, how to move the body, and could relate to people and teach them how to move and utilize that barbell. After the selectorized machines became popular, they only had to hire pin setters or babysitters that just say, oh, okay, last time you did curls with the pin at 20, this time do it at 25. And so there's this whole generation, or like two generations, that probably ended around the second golden age of the barbell started around 2005. And I think CrossFit really ushered that in, where people basically lost the ability to know how to manipulate a barbell to achieve results. And you can actually, I'll reel this back in a minute, you can look at the US's performance in the Olympic Games and Olympic weightlifting, and you can see that it all went to hell for a long period of time, and we're only now rebuilding because we're only now starting to get enough people young enough who learn how to manipulate a barbell. So
Well, also those, what do you call them? Those small gyms, local
LCGs,
LCGs?
local community gyms.
So I go one called Squatch over here, which is very, like, I don't even think it's licensed as a gym. It's just a warehouse. I mean, I don't, supposedly.
It's probably appropriately licensed.
Yeah, okay. but like a lot of them are just like, it's like a shed, like a big shed with stuff in it.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to go because you're a member or whatever. Actually, you could probably just walk in if you really wanted to. But the point is, they don't have any of this machine stuff. It's like I know, like I go to Gold's and there's just like a ton of different like little, like you specifically do this. One, I feel like I always get hurt on those. And I think that's a thing. I personally feel like I get more hurt on those than just lifting a regular barbell. But a lot of these newer gyms, like I feel like they've got like hammers and tires and stuff like that. They've got all this like random equipment where it's just like more about just moving the body rather than trying to strengthen this one very specific chain of muscles. So I don't know. It sounds like barbells are coming back, and then there's like deadlifts and stuff. I think CrossFit really kind of put everything on the map. Was that the second renaissance? Did it start with that?
Yeah. So there's a gentleman here in Texas. He's a little bit controversial. His name's Mark Ripito. Have you ever heard of Mark Ripito?
I don't think so.
All right, no worries. I've never...
Look at me. Come on.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I've never met the man, and he's not the biggest fan of CrossFit. But one of the things that he says is CrossFit put more hands on barbells than anything else since the invention of the barbell. And although he dislikes the methodology and a few things about it, he thinks that is a massive, massive net positive of putting more hands on more barbells and encouraging more people to learn physical culture. Now, one of the things that you mentioned about, getting hurt more often on machines, I'm speaking from a slight point of ignorance here because I don't have the science necessarily on that up here to back this up. But when you use a barbell to work out in some way, you are not only working the specific muscles that the barbell is working, but you're working all of these stabilizer muscles in your body because the body is a system. And so when you are working out on a machine, like sitting down, the machine is holding your back in the appropriate position. It's forcing your arms in the appropriate position. And then it's isolating the workout only on the muscle that you want to isolate. By the way, there are some situations in which this is a good thing. Some bodybuilders need it for reaching high levels of their sport, people who are injured and can't work some other parts of the body. But when a normal, healthy person is isolating away, then they're robbing themselves of a variety of other benefits that weightlifting exercise could have. Now, the other thing is, and I'm going to butcher this, but there's a quote, I think it's from Aristotle, and it says something like, no man deserves to be ignorant of physical culture or something like that. When you start learning to use a barbell or even dumbbells to do various types of training, you're learning about your own body. And there's something called, I'm forgetting the scientific name for it, but it's basically your interior understanding of how to move your body through space. And when you lift weights, you're getting more feedback on how your body moves through space. And the height of learning that stuff is actually not weight related, it's probably gymnastics. Because if you look at a high level gymnast, they know, to within, fractions of a centimeter where their body, or divers, that's another great one, where their body exists in space. And with the most recent Olympics, there's a lot of talk about Simone Biles and the twisties. And so that's one of the things that she was saying that she lost, is that she had an exquisite idea of how her body moved through space. For example, when she's in a vault and then she had some issue, possibly mental or otherwise, I don't know, that she lost that. And so she's like, I can't compete. So I'm not anywhere near Simone Biles' level, of course, but by dedicating the last 15 years of my life to training with a barbell, I have a really good understanding of how my body moves through space and how to manipulate my body to accomplish various goals, which are mostly athletic in nature.
I also think, like, if you just lift random heavy crap like this thing, you get a lot. So I remember, like, whenever I'd lift heavy dumbbells, if I do the isolation machine, you're done when you're done.
Yeah.
But then I have to go put those 65-pound weights each back on the rack. And I remember thinking, like, this is an extra workout.
Yeah.
Like, I have to get up and use my whatever thigh muscles, and then I have to like walk over there so my back and core is all taut. I'm assuming that probably helps. And also that probably models like picking up a toddler or I don't know, it's a heavy ass toddler, but like picking up kids and throwing them around. It probably more models that kind of activity. So I see like the free weights coming back into vogue. Also, it just looks cooler.
Yeah.
Also, you can do more exercises in a home gym than having this giant like Gold's Gym full of random exercises.
So to speak to that, I think that the minimum viable garage gym is one kettlebell. Minimum viable garage gym is one kettlebell and a pull-up bar. And if you want to go slightly extravagant on that minimum viable garage gym, get 2 kettlebells and a pull-up bar. You can build an amazing body and amazing strength and fitness with 1 to 2 kettlebells and a pull-up bar. Now, if you wanted to expand, there's only a few items that are just critical. Pull-up bar, squat rack, barbell, plates, preferably bumper plates, and then, maybe a bench, and then maybe a kettlebell and some dumbbells or something like that. Mm-hmm. But one of the things, that's actually part of the reason that I'm not in love with these man cave garage gyms, is because I have friends who are literal Olympians who have what you would consider a super Spartan, like crappy garage gym. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, well, I went to the Olympics with this like setup that wouldn't rate anything on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And so then when I see the like man caves on Instagram, I'm just like, please use it. If you use it, I love you. If you don't use it, ugh.